Hello guys, this is the Rohit and I am a lawyer. I am practicing daily of English speaking. This is the another day of my English speaking practice. I do practice on the daily basis. You know, if I talk about how much time I have invested in my English speaking journey, I am practicing more than 5 months and it is about to 6 months straightly regularly without skip any day. And somehow, because if I talk about yesterday when I was just capturing myself while I was speaking only in English and recording myself, and then electricity has been cut. This is why I stopped my recording, and I only practice of English speaking yesterday. That was around at 5 minutes. Yes, if I am just remembering the right time. Yes, that time was around at 5 minutes. And somehow, why I am saying this, because of it is not matter that how much time you are speaking. It is most important to understand that how much time you are willing to put into this. If you are willing to learn English, don't think about how much time you are giving into English journey. Because of if you are not living English environment and if you have not created the English environment for you, because if you really want to improve your English, you have to create a English environment for yourself. And by your environment, you by yourself get motivated to learn English, because your mind do the same. You do not need to say to your mind to learn English every time. Your mind works accordingly in the background, literally, because nowadays I think like English is not so tough as we think in beginning. Because when I started my channel, yes, this channel, because this channel has been created only for uploading video which is related to only law and English. Because I am a lawyer, this is why I am just saying that my video will be about to or on topic on laws. But somehow I have created this channel only for uploading video related to English. And this is why I am only uploading my video, because I have another channel. I am from Hindi background. I am from basically UP, and so you can think I am totally from Hindi background, but still I am so confident right now in English because of practice. I didn't enroll any coaching till now. I didn't enroll myself in any coaching. I didn't, get advice from anyone physically, because whenever I think like it's I have time to listen, I listen in English only, because I watch and I listen everything what I want to listen or watch, but only in English. I don't force myself to watch movie which I am not liking, or which I don't want to watch. I don't watch. If I want to watch anything, I watch only in English. And this is how I say to my mind, okay, I am giving you the same thing but in English. So just try to catch the English words and just try to understand only in English. My mind is getting comfortable in English, because I am saying to my mind that English is not so tough, English is easy. If you really want to, get into this, and if you really want to learn in English, you can get familiar with this language. This is why, and you can see I am straightly talking to you last 4 or 5 minutes. I didn't take any pause. You know what? Why? Because this is my habit, and these kinds of sentences I have framed in this video. I am familiar with these sentences because I have practiced more than 5 months of English speaking. This is why these are the sentences I have practiced many times. This is why these are I am speaking flawlessly. Are you getting my point? Because if you are practicing daily, your mind works really well. If you try to speak once in a week, your mind works accordingly. Because if you are giving your time, if you are giving time to your mind process, you know your mind will get time, and it takes time to respond in English. But if you say to your mind, and if you are just make your mind exercise of English speaking daily, your mind do the same accordingly. And this is why I have made my mind to think in English, because I don't try to translate in English. Sometimes I do, but not always. And when I try to translate in English, when I think like, okay, this is the sentence, I am just struggling to speak it out clearly. This is why I need a translation from Hindi to English. Because if you are just thinking that after getting perfect in translation you can be fluent in English, this can't be happen literally, because English is a language. English is not a kind of thing which is you can learn by translation, because Hindi is totally different. If you are just going to find translation is way. If you translate anything from Hindi to English and English to Hindi, the meaning must be changed. You know what? Why? Because these are the languages. You have to learn the language by focusing on only that language. You should not focus on translation. You only focus on only that language, and just try to create the environment is really really important. Even I am living in Delhi by all alone. I don't have any family member here, because my family lives in UP and I lives in Delhi all alone, because I practice at the Saket court being a lawyer. I'm a first generation lawyer. And this is why I am learning English, because without learning English I am not seeing my future, seeing my bright future. This is why, this is the only reason why I am practicing. If I talk about the time is 12:30 a.m. I'm making this video at night, because most of the time I shoot myself when I think like, okay, it's time to go to sleep, and then I open the camera and start recording. And then I say to my mind, before sleeping you need to understand, and you need to you know I force my mind to think in English. Because if I am saying to my mind that it's time to speak only in English, somehow I am saying to my mind, okay, it's time to generate and just get ready to speak in English. Because of all day long I filled my mind by English words, sentences, phrases, and new stories only in English. And at night time, I try to spill it out by my mouth. Okay, because this is the tap and this is the tank. If I am just filling water into my tank, water means the words, English words, vocabularies, sentence structures, phrases, so many kinds of things and structures, and I am just filling my mind by English words, and I can say the English, and this is the tap. If there is nothing into my tank, then how can I speak anything in English? If there is no water in the tank, then how can it get, you know, run any water from the tap? If you open the tap, there is no water coming from your tap because of there is no water into the tank. This is why you need to fill your mind first in English and then you should focus on speaking. Speaking is most important. If you are not speaking, you are definitely, you know, pushing yourself to keep backward. This is why I did not do anything exceptional. I do only one thing, that is practice. Because most of the YouTubers and most of the teachers who are teaching on YouTube says that if you want to become fluent, you have to speak, because this is the practical thing. Because if you willing to speak in English, if you want to communicate in English, and you are not practicing in English, you are only, learning, reading, writing, whatever you are just doing, but you are not speaking, and you only learning that kind of things for speaking. Are you getting my point? What I'm saying? If you just want to speak in English, you have to start speaking, even you don't know how to speak, even you don't have much vocabulary, because don't care about the much vocabulary. We have the sufficient vocabulary when we start, and in the journey you can, get better day by day. Because if you are not, reading, if you are not listening, if you are not watching, then how you can be get better? And yes, sometimes can skip, because most of the time we get sick sometimes, and we get, you know some kind of condition when we can't shoot, or we can't, listen, we can't watch. There are so many conditions we would have, but there is one thing you should always, that is practice. Without practicing, you can't think about to become fluent. And now it is all about my task, because my task is to speak at least 10 to 15 minutes daily without skip any day. If I talk about my day, because before making this video I was watching reel and wasting my time. Not wasting my time, because when I try to watch anything in English and anything on any social media like YouTube or Instagram, I try to, you know get some idea, because I want to generate the income source. And this, my mind is really, a kind of, I have built my mind to think positively. I don't think like, if someone is making a video and I'm just watching his video, and he's talking about the outfit, and he's talking about the self improvement. Why he is saying that? Because of his improvement, because of his earnings, because that is his earning source. It might be possible. Then why would I not think about the same direction? If I have the same capability of doing that kind of thing which he is doing, and he is showing in that video, then not why why would I not do the same? This is how my mind works. This is how I have trained my mind to think positively. So it is all about my time and date. And if I talk about the court practice of the day, I went to the court around at 11, because there was no matter listed for the day. So I reached at the circuit court late today, because there was a strike as well. So I went late and there was no matter listed. And at the evening time, there were three challans were listed at the evening court. So I went to the evening court. Before going to the evening court, I went to the gym. After doing exercise, I went to the evening court, and then I have the challans has been settled by the evening court, and then I come to my room. After coming to my room, because I went in the kitchen to cook something, I boiled 5 eggs, and then I see that there is no onion in my bucket, so I went to the vegetable market and I bought some vegetables and onion. Yes, and then I came back and make the then I made the dinner. Then I prepared the dinner for myself. So it is all about till now. Bye, catch you guys tomorrow.